So I tried making this video multiple times because I don't want to lose interest in the viewers. So look, case number 2021-013-478. On that date, January, February, March, April, May 7th, right? 2021. This is what happened to me. So before this time, right? We're not going to get into time ranges, but look, I've already documented that and told this to the cop. If somebody were to like tell me, oh, I don't know, if I had to fucking say a time, I'm not going to say that right now, but if I have to, I will, if people request that. So look, the point is this, is that I go to this motel called Hialeah Airport Motel. I stayed the night there before. I think I stayed there for like, what was it? I think 3 hours for $25 or $35. It was something like that, right? It's irrelevant. The point is this, so I stayed there before. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go back there and get another nap in for 2-3 hours. I go there, and dude, I enter in the front, and this is when it comes to the terminology street theater with gangstalking. I go in the, I'm like, so I walk to the front, and I'm in the middle, and I see this freaking dude. He has a van, right? And on his van, it's like, I forgot the name. I think I told the cop what the name was, right? It was like the name, and then he was posing as a mechanic. And this dude has a beer in his hand and a gun in his hand, and he has latex gloves on. Like, that's really weird. And the thing is this, is that his latex gloves, they look like they were freshly put on. Like, these are fresh latex gloves. And he's playing music super loud. And I'm fucking tripping. I'm like, whoa, the dude has a gun in his hand, like, and he's waving it around, and I'm tripping out because I'm like, whoa, this is scary. Like, what if this dude shoots me? Like, this dude's acting belligerent. Like, how do I know this dude's super intoxicated and he fucking shoots me? Thankfully that didn't happen. But he's like, hey, and he's waving the gun around, blah, 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 and he sees that. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. And he goes in his van, takes off. What the fuck? And another thing that happened was I ended up like leaving that motel. I think this might have been the same day. I don't know. We're not going to get into that. And so I ended up going back to that motel because I didn't even think I think I remember. Yeah, I didn't want to leave the area after that happened. I didn't feel safe walking away at all, going anywhere. And so I think I ended up going back to that motel later, and there, lo and behold, there again, the dude with the van was there. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because I made the police report. The same day this happened is the same day the gun thing happened, and then he ended up coming back there at the motel like 2 or 3 hours later, or something like that. Yeah, now I remember. And so he ended up coming back there like, I don't know, an hour or 2, 3, whatever, bro. The point is this: he ended up coming back there. Same thing again. He's playing music super loud, and I see that he's there, and I'm fucking terrified. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I think I went over to that motel. I was gonna ask the lady. I don't know why I went back over there, dude, honestly. But the point is this: I go back over there, and I go in the front, and that's when I noticed the van dude, and I'm like, I go up to the lady in the front, and I'm like, hey, can I get there behind the counter with you? I'm terrified for my life. Straight up terrified for my life. They have cameras in the front office area. You can see little tears coming out of my eyes. I'm not joking. I'm straight up crying, going, please, like, can I get there behind the counter with you? Because like she sees what's going on out there too, and she's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, and it's like they're like I think they're Indian, something like that. And so I'm not trying to be racist, but I'm just saying. And she's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, please, please, please. And she won't let me behind there. And I go outside real quick to see what's going on. And like some lady comes up to me and she's like, oh, Poppy, are you okay? And they can see that I'm like scared. I'm super scared. I'm crying. I go back in the front. I think I asked her again. She says, no, I'm okay. Well, at least call me a taxi. And so she calls me a taxi, and she let me chill in there. She let me chill in there the whole time until the taxi came. And then once the taxi came, and the point is this, is that they have cameras outside. You can easily get that dude's license plate number and run that crap and find out if that dude is an undercover cop, or what if he's what if it's just a regular crime that just happened. You know what I mean? What if this dude's just a criminal? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, they have camera footage and you can get the license plate on that stuff, man. And the taxi came. I get in the taxi. Uh, Same thing, like I said, the dude's playing music super loud in his van. And I get in the taxi and we leave. And at the same time I'm leaving, the van dude leaves too. And I leave and I go to this gym I was working out at called Infamous Gym. I get dropped off over by there, and I think it's like something B Street. It's like, I think it was something like with an alphabet. It was something, I think, with an alphabet. I think, I don't know, but it was like the street, and then uh, there's the street that I got dropped off at, and then there's an intersection, and on that intersection on that street, Infamous Gym is there. So I got dropped off on the other street, and so I get dropped off there, and I end up sleeping. I just ended up like sleeping somewhere on the floor, and I wake up like 2-3 hours later. I don't know. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. And I get to this gas station around like 7 a.m. I think, around 7 to 8 a.m. And I don't remember the gas station name, but I asked if I could use the dude's phone to call the police, and he let me use his phone. I called the police, and I made a police report about it. So that's my story about my personal experience with street theater. Or here's some other side stories too that happened at that motel. And another story: dude comes up to me at that motel. He's like, go around the corner. I go around the corner. Basically just tells me, hey dude, show me your dick and whip it out and I'll give you $40. I'm like, what the fuck? I like just basically verbally went off on him. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, I just told you not to mess with me and you're messing with me. Yeah, it sounds unbelievable. Yeah, but that happened. Another thing that happened at a motel, some sketchy ass dude came up to me. Hey bro, can I buy a motel in your name? I'll give you I'm sure on the CCTV footage you can all see this. This is probably, you can all see this. And it's like, hey bro, can I buy a motel in your name? I'll give you he said, give me like $10 to put a motel in my name, and so he can stay in it. I'm like, no, dude, because it's a total setup, bro. Like, what if you thrash the motel? Okay, now I'm liable for it. Or what if you leave something in there? Or what if you do something that's criminal-like inside that motel? I'm responsible for it. Fuck no, dude. It's a full-on setup. That's my story, man.